So you want to take your love of reselling full time, but you have concerns, you have fears, doubts, and anxiety that fill you with dread. I'm here to tell you that those feelings are not unfounded. I'm here to tell you the truth about what it takes to go at it full time, what it takes to be an entrepreneur. In this video, I'm going to give you 9 things to consider when deciding whether or not to be a full-time reseller. Off the bat, this information is going to be difficult to absorb, but if you stay with me until the end of the video, you will see that not all is grim. It's just the truth. Plus, I do provide solutions to each of these 9 considerations. Let's get started. If you can't accept responsibility, reselling is not for you. All the bad things that happen in your business will be your fault. There will be no one to blame but yourself. There will be no finger pointing because, as they say, you point one finger and 3 point back at you. Being 100% responsible for your life success is a difficult pill to swallow. It's scary, stressful, and one of the most difficult things a person can undertake. For this reason, people work for someone else because it's easier. If you can't motivate yourself, reselling is not for you. You can listen to all the YouTube videos you want, read self-help books, recite your affirmations in the mirror, go to inspirational conferences, surround yourself with others that are motivated, and at the end of the day, it won't matter if you can't do it for yourself. External motivation can only take you so far. You need that internal flame that pushes the most successful in this world. If you don't think you have it, then you need to find it because everyone is capable, but most aren't willing to try. If you can't be industrious, reselling is not for you. No one will push you to work hard. That comes from within. You may have some people around you that help you push, but when you're alone and need to perform, that's all you. Being diligent in business is a must. You have to truly care about your responsibilities, your tasks, your duties. Even the ones you hate, the ones that are boring and terrible to do, you still have to do them with all the gusto you can muster and without complaint. If you can't be competitive, reselling is not for you. If you subscribe to the stupidity of participation trophies, might as well give up now because you will fail without a doubt. You have to want to be the best all the time. You have to shoot for number 1. You can't settle for second. Like the saying goes, second place is just the first loser. This may be difficult to hear, but it's true. Wanting to be number 1, even when you keep failing, will keep you going. You have to want to look at people that are doing it better and ask, how can I improve on what they are doing? If you can't accept risk, reselling is not for you. Risk is part of life, and it is doubly important in business. If you are risk averse, meaning you don't like to take risks, you will have a huge problem. Nothing is for sure, and you can't expect it to be. If you do, you will be in for a rude awakening. You will have to take risks with new products. You will have to risk time and hard work without knowing if it will ever pay off. You will have to risk time with the family that you will never get back. That's just the nature of the beast. If you can't handle that, then full-time reselling is not for you. If you can't work in solitude, reselling is not for you. If you can't go to the movies alone, have dinner alone, enjoy yourself alone, full-time reselling is not for you. Most of the time you will be alone. It will be difficult. You will talk to yourself, process many feelings like fears, stress, issues, and much more. You have to be able to do that all alone. If you can't have a positive outlook, reselling is not for you. If you're constantly asking, what if I try this new job and fail? What if I try this new workout and I can't do it? What if I ask her on a date and she rejects me? What if? Take a good look at yourself and see if you are always asking, what if, and that turns into a negative thought. If that rings true, being a full-time reseller is not for you. If you can't perform without validation, reselling is not for you. If most of what you do in your life revolves around making others happy, then you are bound to fail. Think about the last time you did something for yourself and could care less about what other people thought. That includes your loved ones, even your parents, your spouse, your kids. If you constantly need external validation so you can perform, then reselling is not for you. The only validation you should seek is from positive results you deliver. Shh, Charlie. If you can't access a support system, reselling is not for you. This may be the most important. If you have a spouse, a friend, a cousin, a brother, a sister, or anyone close to you that does not support you, this may not be for you. The people that are closest must be behind you, because when things get real hard, you will need a support system. I've seen people lose their entire business because their spouse wasn't supportive, because their parents were not okay with their career choice. You need to have a support system, or it's highly likely that you will fail. Do any of these sound like you? Maybe just one or two or even three? Well, like I said at the beginning, don't despair. I do have some good news. Most of these skills or attributes can be taught and learned. They may come naturally to some, but if that's not you, just know that although the road ahead will be hard, you can succeed. Let me provide some real solutions so as not to discourage you completely. But before I do that, like this video, share with someone who needs to hear this information, and consider subscribing for more. If you can't accept responsibility, now you will say, what could I have done better, before you ask that of someone else. If you find it difficult to motivate yourself, now you will dig deep every time you wake and remind your brain of the end goal, the reason you decided to start. If you're not industrious by nature, you can easily change that through systems and processes that have timelines and are attached to zero excuses. If you're not a competitive person by nature, you will now have to get angry at life passing you by without providing a sliver of success. Directed anger in a constructive way can be very useful. If you are risk averse, now you will have to understand that everything in life is a risk. If you have a safe job, I'm here to point out the fact that no job is safe. Take the lockdowns as an example. How many people thought they were safe, only to realize that they were as disposable as a dirty napkin? If you don't like solitude, now you will work on eating alone, doing fun things alone, processing your thoughts alone. It only takes time and practice. You'll be okay. If you're a negative person, now you will flip the script. Instead of saying, I can't, you will replace that horrible saying with, how can I? If you're always looking for validation, you will now only look inwards and be content with your performance. And when you're not, you will try again without complaint. Side note, people will talk shit no matter what. Why let them push you around? Don't waste your time on that. The toughest one for last. If you have shitty people in your life, you have two choices. Talk to them and see if they can change, or they need to go. There's no in between. From personal experience, I can tell you that an unsupportive spouse is a deal breaker for me. I'd rather go at it alone. You should too. I know videos like these are hard to watch sometimes, but they are necessary and scarce, especially in this Orwellian world we live in now, full of lies and treachery. Society in general is getting more and more insane as the days go by, and I want you to be prepared to be the best you can be so that life doesn't beat you down. I believe that people need to be prepared in order to succeed. I really believe that if you know what's in store, you can build your energy, build your positive mindset, and put it to work to achieve your version of success. I hope that I was able to clarify whether full-time reselling is for you. If you choose the path of a full-time reseller, I hope you look back at these words, heed the warnings, and kick everyone's ass, including me, if you can. Bring it on. Now get to it and have the best day. And cheers. It's beer today. Tecate Light. If you guys haven't tried it, try it.